VriEvolution. Hey soul family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing a pick a card reading, and this pick a card reading is about who you were in the past versus who you have become now. Alright, so there are three options to choose from. You can see the first pile is the option on the left, which is the Ace of Pentacles. Pile 2 is the 0 card in between, and pile 3 is the 5th card, the number 5 card on the right side. Alright, so take a look at the options. See which one is intuitively pulling you. All the options could pull you, one option could pull you, two options could pull you. Alright, the ball is in your court in terms of your choice. Take a deep breath before making the choice and choose your pile. And I'll see you in your reading, my loves. Alright, so for those of you who chose the Ace of Pentacles, pile 1, let's see who you were in the past. Who was pile 1 in the past, Spirit? We have the Hangman upright. Okay. Who was pile 1 in the past? We have 7 of Pentacles. And who has pile 1 become now? Who has pile 1 become now? We have Devil in reverse. Beautiful, my loves. Who has pile 1 become? Right? And at the bottom of the deck we have Strength in reverse. Okay. Alright. So pile 1, what am I getting for you guys? Pile 1, you in the past were going through a phase in your life where you felt stuck. You felt like no matter what you did, that your goals were not coming into fruition. Your finances felt a bit stuck, as if you had to grow your finances with a lot of hard work, with a lot of labor, with a lot of determination. And somewhere Spirit was kind of testing, or the universe was testing your patience in your past, where they were testing whether you had the faith within you to keep going, or that you would give up easily, or that you would lose your patience, you would become impulsive, you would become temperamental, you would start lashing out at others for the kind of delays that you are facing in your life, right? I feel like you have at times felt that in the past, like you were a victim of circumstances, as if things were happening to you and it made you feel as if you were at a standstill, that you were doing something wrong, or the people around you are to blame, or the situations are to blame for what is going on in your life. And you felt that no matter what action you took, no matter how much you worked hard, that everything took a long time for it to come into fruition, be it in your love life, especially in your money as well. I feel like you have had to have a lot of patience in learning the value of and the importance of holding yourself back, of being in stillness, of being in a limbo, of also kind of shifting your perspective about your life. Because some of you could have been in this mindset that things are supposed to happen quickly for you, happen fast for you, and whenever you try to do something in a way where you wanted to achieve results quickly, or you wanted some quick self-gratification in your life, it was very difficult for you to get that, and that's because Spirit somehow stopped you in your tracks, because they did not want you to develop a mindset where everything you do comes back to you instantly, right? They were teaching you the value of patience, where you plant one seed and then you nurture it, you water it, you give it that nourishment. That seed could be an idea, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a friendship, it could be a family member, whatever it may be. All right, but those are the seeds that you learned to plant slowly and steadily in your past, and that is because somewhere everything that you did not amount to quick results. It was constantly taking time, and so you were learning the importance of that, releasing the impulsivity to make those decisions, right? Some of you could have felt like you sacrificed a lot in your life initially in the past, where you felt that other people were winning, or other people were getting what it is that they want, or other people were happy in their lives, and you had to go through this phase where everything in your life was halted or delayed or stopped, and you felt as if that you are a victim of circumstance. Like I said, you could have gone through that phase where you thought that that you're unlucky, that you are cursed in some way, or that something is wrong with you, or you could have at times blamed other people around you as well, as to why does this happen to me, why do I have to constantly change my mindset around the people who cannot see the perspective, my perspective through my eyes. And sometimes you also gave people the benefit of the doubt by thinking that people would think just like you do, or people would feel like you do, or people would invest like you do. And the more you thought like that other people are just like you, the more you realize the opposite. The more you realize that you had to change your perspective about how you were seeing people, rather than how you were basically seeing this whole situation between you and them. Okay, so I think you started developing a different perspective on life, a different perspective on how you see your money, how you see yourself. You stopped victimizing yourself. You stopped kind of triggering yourself in this process where you built something from the foundation, from the roots. You experienced little bit of it sprouting in front of your eyes, feeling happy for it, feeling grateful for it, and then you seeing more of its growth, more of its potential flourishing in front of your eyes, blossoming in front of your eyes, and it giving you that satisfaction, and it making you feel grateful for what it is that you already have. So somewhere your weaknesses of feeling at times impulsive to make changes, or wanting things instantly, or instant gratification for whatever it is that you invest in, those things converted and changed into you having patience, you taking it slow, you re-evaluating every decision that you make, rather than taking fast steps, or taking steps that are meaningless, or taking steps that don't mean anything personally to you, right? You started to think of your life being more philosophical, or you could have gotten enlightened about certain subjects. You wanted to change your perspective. You wanted to change how you were brought up versus what it is that you wanted to learn. You became a student of life. You started to transition into looking at yourself from a whole new perspective, where you are not the victim of your life, that you are not a victim of your circumstance, right? And you started turning those weaknesses into your personal strengths, slowly and steadily. You took your time with yourself. You did not rush yourself anymore. You did not abuse yourself because other people wanted something out of you, or people in your family believed in instant results or instant gratification, and if they did not receive it, they got mad or lashed out, or went into their own escapist tendencies. I feel like you overcame those fears of changing your mindset, of changing your perspective, and you started becoming more mutable with yourself. You started becoming more malleable with your decisions towards finances, towards your love life. That phase of your life where you felt stagnant and you felt delayed and you had to have a lot of patience built up your strength, pile one. And this is where we come into who you have become now. You have become someone who is releasing toxic people from your life, toxic situations from your life. Maybe you were dealing with a person that was extremely obsessive towards you, or that you were obsessed with someone else. This obsession could be towards your finances. It could be towards an emotional connection where you wanted to keep it, you wanted to hold on to it, you wanted to attach to it so strongly in the past. And the more you did that, the more you realized that you were sacrificing yourself. The more you did that, you felt that you were being fake, you were being superficial, that you were not being your raw, authentic self in this connection. And the reason for that is because somewhere you felt controlled. You felt like because you needed this person, or you wanted this person to love you, this person started controlling you, or controlling your choices, or controlling what it is that you should do in your life. And that made you feel very weak on the inside, right? So who you have become now is you have understood these aspects of your life. You have looked at these aspects with a magnifying glass in your life, and you have realized that that was a part of your life which taught you how to make decisions based on how far you want to invest in a particular thing, and whether that seed itself is going to bear rotten fruits, or that seed is going to bear healthy, abundant fruits, which are going to then give you more in return, not be a liability but an asset to you, something that is a long-term investment to you. You started focusing on those things, and who you have become now is you have released, you have realized that you need to release toxic patterns, toxic people, toxic situations that keep you stuck, that keep you depressed, that keep you stagnant, that keep you wanting to stay small or in a comfort zone of yours that no longer serves you. It doesn't fulfill you anymore. It doesn't trigger freshness in your life. It doesn't trigger abundance in your life. It just keeps you wanting to be stuck and attached to something that you have thought of, which in turn is not beneficial for you, but temporarily you think that it is, and so you get attached, and then there is sorrow that comes with that, there is depression that comes with that. And you have realized this pattern in your life. You have realized that the more you shift your perspective and change yourself based on how much you cannot actually control anyone else in your life or anything else in your life as much, but to do that to yourself so that the reality changes around you, that is a part of your strength. That is a part of you getting out of that stagnancy of feeling that you are bored, or feeling that life has become monotonous. You changing your perspective, you freshening yourself up in that way, with the strength in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse as well. That's telling me that you're releasing the greedy mindset, because greediness or feeling attached or wanting to hold on to something or being stingy with something, being controlling, being possessive towards something was causing you to feel depressed, because nothing was in your control and you felt like everything was out of control at one point in time in your past. And that made you realize that all that you can control is yourself. All that you can control is your own emotions, how to get a grip over them, how to control them rather than letting your mind control you. Getting a grip over your mind, because your mind can run at 1,000 places at a single time, right? So you learn to get a grip on your mind, to let your mind marinate in patience, marinate in investment, marinate in the long-term goals, long-term, fulfillment that you want to experience in this lifetime. And that is how you could have gotten rid currently of certain toxic habits, maybe drinking, substances, or people that you were addicted to in relationships or obsessed with, or people that were obsessed with you. You let them go, you release them from your life. And at times it could feel as if that you are bored, that there's nothing happening in your life, and that's for a good reason. Pile 1, okay, this is happening for a good reason, is because somewhere you're realizing that the reason you kept these people around was somewhere to kind of keep you entertained in some way, so that you don't feel that there's a lack of commotion in your life. But the more you release them, the more you are realizing that there is more vacancy for fresh new investments, for fresh new people, for fresh new business projects in your life. All right. So there could have been some financial delays as well, pile 1, that you could have experienced, and that has also made you realize what you need to truly invest in that will grow and stand the test of time, and that will not just fade away because there was a bad weather once, and you learning how to improvise on that, pile 1. All right, so some of you could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, very strongly Capricorn, and Virgo as well. Some of you could be Pisces or Cancer as well. All right, so let's see what is the clarification for your past. So we have 4 of Swords. Yeah, you needed some time to heal from a heartbreak in the past, pile 1. All right, you needed some time to rest it out, to take it slow, to take a step back from the world, because nothing was in your control. You felt like that your life was completely stagnant, as if nothing was growing no matter what you did. And the more you rested, the more you took you took a step back from life and the hustle and bustle of life, and you started planting seeds in the right direction, and you started discovering what it is that you truly want in your life and what is it that you want to grow in life, and started investing in that by resting, by taking a break. It's like you started discovering that your creativity is slowly starting to open up, that you are now able to think of creative solutions to the problems in your life. With the Seven of Swords, somebody could have cheated or lied to you about either finances, so somebody could have either stolen the investments that you made in the past in your finances, or somebody could have really broken your heart by lying to you, by cheating on you, by breaking your heart, and it just made you feel like a victim of life, in the past, like as if you were supposed to never have a healthy love life, or never have a healthy financial life, something like that, and it happened out of the blue. Like, you did not expect this person to do that to you in such a way. It was very unexpected, and it completely shifted your perspective on what life is about, what your attachments are about, and how much lack of control you truly have over your life at times, because controlling someone else is just an illusion, where you tend to think that having them do what you want them to do is somewhere going to make you secure and make you feel fulfilled. But that is the mindset you came out of, because you realize that that the more you tried to control others, the more they were actually controlling you. And it's like you were spinning around without any direction of what you wanted, but just what they wanted. It backfired on you, the sense of wanting to control everything. So that is what made you it made you invest in the right ideas, in the right kind of soil for your investments, in a way. So let's see. Spirit, give me one more for the past. We have Two of Wands. Yeah, so pile one, I feel like when this happened, when someone really brutally lied to you, or stole from you, or cheated on you in the past, it somewhere got you up. It riled you up in a way as well in the past. It made you feel that that you won't remain in this position where you feel defeated from life, that you will want to surrender your life, or you will want to give away your life and waste your time anymore, and that developed a new form of wisdom in your life, which made you work hard towards gaining what it is that you want in life, towards becoming more creative, more fired up, more passionate about life. You wanted to prove to yourself that you were a winner, that you are not a loser, that just because you had to sacrifice some time in this connection with these people who you truly loved and cherished at one point, and who betrayed you, who lied to you unexpectedly, and caused this ruckus in your life, you would not want to let them win. You would not want them to see you down like this anymore, and it just fired you up in some way. All right, this could have been some people in your life who also helped you. It could be certain content you watch, certain books you read, or certain people you met, whatever it may be, certain family members, friends who are a part of your soul group, who really pumped you up, who really helped you get back up from there. Learn about these triggers, these traumas, learn about the psychology of why people do things the way they do them. And the more you did that, the more you realize that forgiveness was the answer to the past, but also to your future. For your ships to come in, for what it is that you are looking forward to in your life, for being optimistic in your life, you need to get back up. You need to get that fire in your belly. You need to focus on what it is that you're passionate about and plant seeds in that, because that will help you grow and flourish. And patience is the biggest virtue here that you have learned in your past through these lessons, where maybe other people in your life wanted to take shortcuts and steal from you and lie to you and cheat on you, because they wanted some kind of a control over you. They wanted to control your thoughts and wanted you to be obsessed with them, wanted them to live rent-free in your mind, you know, and you realize that that is what they're doing. It's like you saw through the game, you saw through the manipulation, and now it's like you see through it very clearly, you know. Now it's like you have started releasing this toxic pattern in your life where you felt guilty, where you felt like you had to internalize things, or you let go of certain people that were basically not letting you live in your divinity with the Hierophant. They were not letting you live in this happy space, in this space of joy, in this space of laughter, in this space of happiness, or spreading joy and happiness. They always wanted you to be stuck in some kind of a negative narrative that they were your world, that they were your universe, and you got attached to that in the past. You were easily attached to things, people, places, situations, whatever, right? And now you realize that freedom is to elevate yourself out of the dark corners of your mind and to not stay there where you felt victimized, where you felt triggered. In fact, it is to get back up and to thrive at life and to be joyful in life, because there are people who have gone through things worse than you have, and there's a realization that comes with that unconditional love towards. Apologize, my love's pile 1, but I got a call in between, so I had to attend that. But yeah, I got 2 cards out for you as well while I was explaining the Queen of Cups, so the video kind of cut when the call came, so I apologize for that. But we have 2 more cards here for you. So somewhere pile 1, you've realized now that it's imperative for you to be on that journey to ascend, to master yourself, to, you know, learn the spiritual lesson that was being taught to you in the past of how at times you trusted people very easily, and they left you when, you know, you needed them, versus when they needed you, you were constantly there and you were supportive, you were constantly, you know, investing, constantly giving them what they needed, and it's like you became their supply, you became their healing, and with your energy somewhere they did not want to heal, they did not want to look within themselves. And the more you realize that, the more you started detaching. With the present moment now, it's like you have started to detach from these people. All right, you have started to detach from these people, and now you are realizing that that these conflicts and these you know, kind of wars, these internal wars that you had with these people was in a way to teach you how to let go of any kind of pain body that you're holding on to due to these people, and to forgive them and to let them heal on their own timeline. Whereas you are now learning to slowly open up to people, slowly start, you know, trusting people again after a period of feeling boredom or feeling like, you know, that you had to be, you know, kind of restricting yourself from trusting anyone else anymore because of the pain that the people that you trusted the most caused you, by backstabbing you, by betraying you in the worst way possible. And somewhere there could have been a lack of them trusting your own beliefs on what it is that your philosophy was in life, or your spiritual beliefs, or your way of how you started seeing things, which was not even resonating with the people from the past in your life. So the best decision for you was to let go of them, was for you to surrender into this new reality that the universe is bringing in your life. And that is the timeline for you to ascend, for you to master yourself, for you to recognize that your reality is what you make of it. The more you are in joy, the more you are free of pain and healed of pain, the more you attract abundance, the more you attract relationships that are trustworthy, the more you attract situations that are fruitful and are harmonious towards you and your life. Pile 1. All right, so some of you could be Taurus, you could be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aries as well. I'm picking up Cancer. Okay, so wow, this is beautiful, my loves. You have transitioned into this person who's very, very matured, who could be like a guru. You know, people trust what you say. I feel like you're well respected. You're someone who has gone through a lot, and it shows. You know, the people that you meet now, or the people that you connect with now, they kind of respect you, you know, from a level where they recognize, where you have come from, and even though you might not share this with them at times, or you might, either ways, there's the respect that you hold, and there's this grounded energy that you bring to the table, which cannot be replicated. It is something that is learned, and it is the wisdom, it's the healed pain, that comes through with your speech, with the way you handle yourself, you carry yourself. People see you improving, people see you getting rid of any kind of toxic habits that you had developed, and some people are really proud of you, while others are definitely evil-eyeing you and wanting you to stay stuck with them, and you are out, you're out of there. I'm hearing like pile 1, right? You're out of there, like you don't want to indulge in that anymore, because you realize that what they need to heal is something that they need to heal. You cannot do that for them. You cannot be someone else's safe haven and lose yourself in the process, and you're realizing that. Pile 1. Okay, so this is who you have become now. You've become more matured, more grounded, slowly opening up to people, relating with people, sharing and spreading knowledge and joy to people, so that can bring you more happiness, more joy in your life as well. Pile 1. All right, so pile 1. Also, I see a new opportunity coming towards you as well. With the card you chose, that's the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so there's a new opportunity. Either you could buy a new house very soon, or you could be buying a new car, buying a new land, or there could be an opportunity where you could be getting into a new job as well, because the past job was very stagnant, it was very toxic, the environment was filled with them keeping you stuck and stagnant, not giving you the perks that you deserved in the workplace. So you could be shifting jobs as well, because you're realizing your worth, you're realizing your value, and you're growing spiritually because of that as well. So the opportunities and the people that you attract in your life are going to be elevated, are going to be much more in a positive direction, all right, due to what you are learning and realizing. Pile 1. What is the advice for pile 1, Spirit? What is the advice for pile 1 pertaining to the spread? All right, we have 2 cards for you, pile 1. So we have opportunity. Look at that. I was just talking about opportunity for you guys. And we have, wow, look at that, pile. Wow, pile 1, this is beautiful, my loves. Okay, you are learning. You have eyes on many levels now. Like, you see different perspectives in a different way. Like, it's like now you have learned to see things from a different perspective, rather than being stuck and stagnant through one perspective. And that is causing maturity, that is causing that spiritual development. All right, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that is also quite significant. Look at that, 2, 23 and 4, right? So 2, 3, 4, and we have 3, 6 as well, with lost in space, needing direction. This is who you were in the past. You felt lost, you felt like that that you were meant to be this directionless person, that you didn't know what to do because of this trauma that you had faced through these people that you trusted in the past. And once you transmuted that, the wheel of fortune started moving in your favor, and I also felt like these people in your past were like leeches on you. They were kind of harvesting your luck, harvesting your right timing, your fortune, and taking it for them, not only by stealing from you physically or by betraying you mentally or emotionally, but also by being next to you and acting as if they are good in front of you, but having bad intentions towards you behind your back. And that made you realize that you have to elevate from there. You cannot be stuck, otherwise you might as well give up on your life then, if you want to stay stuck in that, because it's like the pits of hell, is what it felt like, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so let me read this for you. Some of you could be life path number 2, 3 or 4. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. All right, so 23. All right, so pile 1, what's your advice? The fortune's wheel is a sign that luck has found the right timing in your life. You have the magic touch and everything turns to gold. There is nothing you can do wrong. You only need to hold what you desire as your intention, and it becomes true. Do not waste this power on trifling things. Dream big, for surely this opportune moment will pass. Such is the nature of fortune's wheel. Use the creative power of the fortune's wheel for the benefit of others, and the gifts will be returned to you tenfold. Use it only for your own gain, and you will be left impoverished and with the bitter taste of squandered opportunity. You remember what I was telling you with how you realize that the more you benefit others, the more you're benefiting yourself, and you learn that spiritual lesson by going through this dark night of the soul, through these people who brought you into the pits of hell of your own soul, and for you to be able to, go through that transmutation and master yourself, So yeah, these people taught you how to not be in that energy of, only service to self, and constantly being selfish. And these people are learning their own karmic lesson by being below the fortune's wheel, okay, by taking advantage of you and harnessing your energy and harvesting from you, all right? So it says here, fortune's wheel comes unannounced. Notice the early signs, the coincidental encounters, and the seemingly magical and synchronous events that herald its arrival. That call, that email, that invitation, that chance encounter was no accident. They all were choreographed by fortune. Do not wait any longer. Carpe diem. Recall your boldest and noblest longing and invite it into your life. The invitation is all that is required. Alright? So, yeah, pile 1, it's like you're realizing that you are luck, you are the right timing, you are the right opportunity, you embody that, energy. Some of you need to check out my pick a card reading for how to create your own luck. You guys need that the most right now. All right, pile 1. So let me read this for you guys as well. Number 4. So some of you are coming into a strong stability, a strong foundation, a strong sense of personal security for yourself. Some of you could have felt that your root chakra was damaged in the past with the kind of energies that you have had to deal with, where your security was taken, your stability was stolen in some way, shape or form, and now Spirit is asking you to take advantage of this opportunity, of this luck and right timing being on your side now because of whatever it is that you faced in the past. Okay. So, caterpillar is the transformation, opportunity, independence from conditioned responses. Exactly, pile 1. That's what I was saying. So, the energy of caterpillar appears, heralding a time of transformation and opportunity. Here, you are being asked to revise your dreams. If it looks and smells familiar, step away from it for the time being. The new cannot emerge from the old, and the youthful and vital cannot emerge from the aged and sickly. Experiment and surprise yourself with what arises for you at this moment. Caterpillar is an invitation to test out a new strategy to get a different, better result. Remember that the definition of lunacy is continuing with the same thinking and behavior and hoping for a different outcome. It's time to break away from habitual responses, to surprise yourself and startle others, eliciting a smile or frown or look of awe from those around you. Do not wait for an invitation from life to practice a bit of outrageousness or for permission to do the unexpected. Any other response right now will lead to more of the same and no real change. Sometimes the most original response is no response whatsoever. Stand stock still, staring steadily into the eyes of the players in your drama. Avoid engagement until the moment is right. Caterpillar invites you to witness the story unfolding, knowing that deciding on the timing of your action is as essential as finding the best move to make. And when you do act, let there be no doubt in anyone's mind of your determination and the power you unleash. This is what I'm talking about when I told you that whatever you learned in the past has taught you to kind of take a step back, to not act impulsively, to not rush into decisions, because maybe in the past you believed in those things and things crashed and burned because of that attitude, right? So then Spirit kind of put you in that hangman position, in that position where you felt stuck, you felt like a victim, you felt like, people were passing you by, opportunities were passing you by, things were passing you by, and everyone else was happy, but you were stagnant, you were depressed, you were sacrificing yourself, your time. And the more you went through that lesson, the more you started shifting your perspective. You started seeing that stagnancy as something beautiful, as something that's giving you growth. It's giving you a change in the way you view things. And the more you started changing your perspective, the more you realize that you have multiple perspectives that developed about that situation. And rather than seeing that situation as something toxic, you started seeing it as something solid, something that's building your foundation, something that's solidifying you more strongly into your reality and bringing more stability in return for that. And so you became that luck, you became that opportunity, and now you're manifesting that change by becoming that unpredictable energy that you maybe once kind of looked down on or did not value as much in the past. now you're changing for the better for yourself, and you don't mind changing internally in order to change your reality on the outside, and you are truly becoming a magician of your life, pile 1. All right, so yeah, some of you could definitely be Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer as well. Okay, so pile, yeah, something about you not needing direction, because you can give directions to yourself now. You can easily find your own GPS, your own compass, your own direction in life, and you have found it as well. Okay, and that is a beautiful thing to witness, my loves. What a beautiful soul growth. Pile 1, thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out the description box below, where all the details are given, along with my pinned comment, where my PayPal donation link is there in case you feel extra generous, or if you would like to donate certain tarot decks or oracle decks to my Amazon wish list, you can do that. My wish list links are also given in my Linktree link below, my loves. All right, so thank you so much, pile 1, and peace. So for my pile 2, for those of you who chose the 0 card, let's see who you were in the past versus who you are now. The one download that I got as soon as I got into your pile was how much this this background is matching with the card itself, and that is telling me that in the past there was an energy within you that made you kind of merge into the background. Pile 2. All right, it's like you merged into the background in the past. You did not want to be seen in a certain light. You were either afraid of people kind of seeing you in a different way, or not appreciating what you bring to the table, or you were shy, you were an introvert, or you merged very much into the background to the point that you were invisible, or some of you could have done some invisibility spells, I'm not too sure, but yeah, there was this merging, where you did not want to really be seen, and you could have gone through something very dark as well. Pile 2. All right, something very dark which made you feel like that you had to witness some kind of a black hole within you, like some kind of the pits of hell of your soul, due to what you went through in the past as well. Okay, so something dark, or something terrible, or something that really made you feel that you did not matter in this universe, in this world, in this life. Yeah, it could have been maybe the passing away of someone close to you that could have triggered a spiritual awakening in the past as well. Okay, you felt like something was lacking, something was missing, and yeah, this tells me that you are a giver as well, someone who truly can be there for someone till the end of days. Yeah, you're someone who's loyal till the end, I'm hearing. Very interesting. Wow, we have pile 2 with High Priestess. Look at that energy, strong energy of the High Priestess. Okay, yeah. All right, we have 6 of Pentacles, and we have Judgment. Wow, pile oh my god, pile 2. Let's see. So that is who you were in the past. Let's see who you are now. Pile 2. Who is pile 2 now, Spirit? Who is pile 2 now? Who is pile 2 now? Interesting. So this Spirit is asking me to put it in the now. Interesting. Okay, so pile, who is pile 2 now, Spirit? We have Temperance in reverse. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have 5 of Cups. Yeah, that is that bottomless pit of hell that you had to visit within your own soul. So pile 2, what I'm getting for you guys, my loves, is that in the past you have realized certain gifts within yourself. Okay, even though you were merging in the background, because High Priestess is very, very secretive. She's veiled, she actually governs, she basically rules the secrets of this universe, and secrets of, whatever is held back from us as humanity itself, right? So she's the veil between this world and the other world as well. So it's like you as a person have had to learn lessons in the past, pile too, which actually made you become more secretive. It made you become more held back. It made you go through lessons of knowing when to not speak up in order to protect yourself. Also, it also somewhere heightened your intuition, because the more you held things back, the more your third eye started opening, the more you started observing or becoming more observant in your past. And it could have been because of certain dangerous situation that you were going through, certain loss that you had to go through of a loved one, which could have awakened you spiritually in the past, where maybe you were giving and receiving with someone secretly or in secret. All right. And somewhere it's like this energy caused for you to gain wisdom and knowledge about your own spiritual powers, about your own intuition, about where are you giving too much, or where are you receiving less by giving too much, versus where are you taking too much and you're not giving anything back, or who is taking more from you and not giving you anything back. And it's like you were learning this lesson in your past, where why is this person even keeping secrets from me, or why am I keeping secrets from this person, So there was a lot of learning in terms of how much you're giving versus how much you're receiving. And the more you were learning that lesson, the more you were realizing that that you were giving more, or at times you were extremely invested in that person or situation, even though it was something that is behind the veil, it is secret, people could not see it, people could not understand it, because there is some past life connection to what happened with you. It could be some kind of a trauma associated with what happened in the past, with the equal give and take with people. So you trusted someone to give you what you gave them, or you expected equal reciprocity that would go on forever between you and this person, because you are the person who would be with someone for till the end of time. You would give up your life for someone till the end of time. I'm hearing like you are a very deep person, pile too. All right. So it's like you were learning these complex lessons of kind of holding yourself back, not revealing too much, or not revealing anything at all unless necessary, or unless it's an emergency, or it's something that is meant to happen, otherwise somebody would lose it or something like that, right? So you learn to keep things to yourself. You learn to harmonize with that internal silence. You learn to speak to the silence within you. You learn to respect the silence that was teaching you about this equal give and take, and whether you were stuck in a karmic loop or a karmic cycle of either giving too much or taking too much, or letting people take too much, whatever it may be, right? And it made you go through a period of grief. I'm hearing a grief where you felt as if there was nothing left in your life to experience, or that you should give up on your life, for example, or that you lost someone else to the other side as well, or there could have been certain spurts of growth in your life. With these 4 dots, I'm seeing like 4 different situations, 4 different traumatic situations, or 4 different timelines that you had to experience, and keep quiet about it and take it in, soak that wisdom in, and empower yourself from the inside by blooming from the inside with those lessons. And spirit was teaching you how to master that aspect of yourself, where the power always lies within you. The power does not lie outside of you. And the more you had faith within yourself to be able to come across these challenges and to be able to level up, the more you slowly started seeing the divine synchronicities in your life, the divine purpose in your life, the reason why you are on this planet, the reason why people were the way they were towards you. Maybe it could have been a lover that was very toxic, and someone who could have been abusive, or someone who could have been extremely condescending, or looked down upon you, or treated you miserably, or made you suffer. Or some of you could have dealt with someone who you loved for such a long time, or you loved them deeply and you had to lose them to the other side. You know, there could be multiple situations like this which was traumatic, at least 4 situations I'm seeing, which caused for you to kind of learn that that loss in itself provides growth. Whatever is lost is gained as well. So even though you lost something or someone, you gained something or some lesson or some wisdom, and through that wisdom, it's like you are able to then carry forward in your life, you know. So wow, pile 2, this is deep. Okay, so there could have been certain grief, okay, that you went through, a certain grieving period where you didn't know how to express yourself, or at times you felt that if you opened up, that people would kind of see you in a bad light, or see you negatively, or see you as weak, you know, someone who's weak. At times also holding certain information back, because it's not necessary to be, you know, everything to be out in the open unnecessarily, right? Because you had to process them yourself. You had to process what happened, because some things happened suddenly, some things happened in a very weird way, in a very shocking way, and it made you go through, you know, multiple periods where you were, you know, with these four this is 5 of cups, 1 cup is in her hand, 4 cups are right here fallen, and we have 4 dots here, right? And there are so many dots here. Look at that, the card that you chose. So intuitively what I'm picking up is that these are the lessons that your soul came here to master. These are the traumas that your soul had to learn, and you accepted that you will learn them in this lifetime, so that you learn when to hold certain information back and energy back, whereas when to open up and share, and how can you balance between your shadow and your light, because we have the shadow overpowering the light here, but the lights are twinkling in the shadow, you know, it's like that. So learning the power of traversing the dark side of people, or the dark side of a situation or multiple situations, and learning the wisdom that is gained from that through your past, learning from the grief and what is gained from the grief and the suffering, what wisdom, what nuggets of wisdom come through that, is what I'm hearing, you know. And this could have made you crave more for you know, someone that is either meant for you, or maybe you are not meant for anyone, because the way you love, or the level of depths you go to be able to be there for a person, to be able to be there for a situation, no matter what they do or how they cause you grief or how they traumatize you, you still have the heart of gold to kind of forgive, or to you know, be the bigger person, and to, you know, see a higher perspective in that situation. The more and more you started feeling that, you know, you are here for a higher purpose, and who you're becoming now who you're becoming now, pile 2, is someone who is truly recognizing what their purpose is, someone who is cleansing, who is purging, who is releasing all this toxicity of any kind of secrets that you were unnecessarily holding on to within your aura, that was keeping you stuck and stagnant, that was making you believe as if that, you know, you had to, you know, keep this in for the rest of your life, or that, you know, there will be people who will never support you for the kind of things that you have gone through. People will never come to your side. People will constantly side with the perpetrator, with the person who hurt you, because that person is slick and they are very extroverted, and they go out and talk to people, and they are very communicative, right? For example, if someone has hurt you and they are very extroverted and they are like a covert narcissist or something like that, it's like this person knows how to gain attention from people, etc., and it made you go within. It made you dive into the depths of hell within yourself, to realize that when you go back down, you always come back up with the infinity sign, right? So you always come back up. It's like you will never be down there always. You will not be in the pits of hell. You will not be constantly merging in the shadows all the time. You will learn to step back up into the light. You will learn and get the wisdom and the gems from that underworld into the middle world, and then the other world, right? So yeah, some of you could have learned to meditate. Some of you could have learned certain important spiritual, you know, techniques and methods to be able to heal yourself, to be able to level yourself up, because of these this dark past that you had to go through, my loves, okay? And your intuition started sparking up. It's like your spiritual connection with the divine started increasing. Your connection with people around you started becoming more deep, more raw, more as in you were able to see through people very easily with what happened to you in the past. It's like that's because you went within. You did not try to complain or blame anyone else, or try to frame someone else, or become demonic yourself in some way to treat someone else the way they treated you and do tit for tat and get a revenge. No, you did not turn to any of the dark energies to heal yourself. In fact, you realize the Taurus field within yourself. I'm hearing like, wow, this is deep, pile 2. Like, damn, this is deep, dude. Yeah. And that is what made you realize where you were judging yourself. It's like now you can see where you were judging yourself, where you were criticizing yourself, where you were right versus where you were truly wrong, and how you were holding yourself back from truly shining, from truly being this earth angel that you're meant to be, this high priestess that you truly are. You are someone with a lot of spiritual knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of guidance that you can provide to people. You are someone that knows the knowledge of the deep and the dark, not only the light and the unicorns and rainbows. It's also about the darkness and the depth that is there within your soul, that also is kind of completing your journey. I'm hearing Persephone. Some of you need to read the story of Persephone, okay? It will relate with your life, some of you, all right? But yeah, it's like a journey to the underworld and then back up into the light. It's like your soul is learning the way of the Taurus field and the way of the mother. I'm hearing the way of the divine mother. Very, very divine reading this one is, okay? And currently it's like you are awakening to your true life purpose, pile 2. Okay, you're learning that your true life purpose here is to not be a judge of others or to be a judge of yourself, but to see where you were actually critical of yourself, of judging yourself, and to release those things into the cosmos, into the ethers, with certain spiritual techniques, certain meditations, certain ways of releasing any kind of impulsivity that you have towards what it is that you want to achieve in life. Also learning the level of patience, the level of determination that is required in order to fulfill your purpose. And your purpose is fulfilled when you are in the present moment, when you are so deep into the present moment that you are not worried about the future, you are not judging yourself for your past, you are completely immersed in the moment. And whenever you are immersed in the moment is when you are able to be aware of a lot more than if you were stuck in your past or your future. And the more you're stuck in those timelines, the more you are not able to manifest, the more you are scattered, the more your power is scattered. And that is what happened when you were traumatized, or when you felt that that things were chaotic in your life in the past. And you learn to integrate yourself, you learn to call your power back, and that is what is now being integrated within your soul. Is these lessons are being integrated in such a harmonious and a balanced way, which at times could make you feel like taking some spurts of impulsive action, like doing things out of the blue, or maybe doing things which are unpredictable or a little chaotic. Let your soul express itself, my love, okay? Because you have done a lot of healing on yourself, you have done a lot of soul searching, you have gone deep into your soul, and now it's time for you to finally come out, to shine, to let other people know what it is that you have learned, to teach other people how to do the same, the way you learned about your Taurus field, the way you learned about the underworld and the other world, and the importance of both, and not to villainize one or the other, not to judge. No, you are no one to judge these things. You are a part of it. You are here to experience it and to gain wisdom. You are only gaining. You're not losing anything. You're only gaining. Losing is actually an illusion in this world. Whatever you lose, it's truly an illusion, and that is what you are coming into a realization of, pile 2, which is extremely powerful. I don't know who you guys are. Let me know in the comments down below. Some of you could be Pisces very strongly, 12th house placements I'm hearing. Some of you could be Taurus, Virgo, you could be Sagittarius, you could be Scorpio, okay? Yeah, some of you could have had to deal with like certain secrets about money, or the way you were making money, or maybe people spoke about the way you were making money because you were secretive, you were traumatized, and people thought otherwise, or whatever you did for money, it's like that was also looked at in a very negative way in the past, or there were people who either gang stalked you or spoke ill about you behind your back in the past as well, due to this person who could have been extremely over smart and spilled some kind of lie about you in the past, is what I'm hearing. So you had to kind of go within. There was no way out. You had to go within, and that is what spirit made you do. Spirit made you do it, and you did it. You signed up for the assignment, and you surrendered. You surrendered to the cosmos, and that is how you gained this wisdom, my loves. Okay, very, very powerful. Pile 2. So let's see, pile 2. Clarify the past, please. Clarify the past for pile 2. We have 2 cards here. So first card we have is Justice. We have 8 of Wands. Okay, let's get one more for pile 2. Tell me about the past. I do see some kind of an injustice happening to you in the past, pile 2, right? Where there was a lack of balance, there was a lack of equal give and take, where you felt like, that you had to keep things secret because otherwise, there could be some repercussions on you, on your family, on your loved ones, anything, right? Or there could be certain repercussions outside where maybe you had to hide a relationship, and maybe the person you were dealing with was either already in a committed relationship, or things moved quickly between the both of you, and you had to surrender, you had to let go, because there was certain past life connection between you and this person. Either this person was someone who helped you or who loved you, or someone who pretended to love you and then took advantage of you. Either ways, I feel like you realize the imbalance that was happening in this connection, and it happened due to impulsivity, due to impatience, and due to moving very quickly into something, and that happened due to, again, past life influences where it was meant to happen. Okay, it was something that was meant to happen karmically, for the scales of justice to balance itself out in some way. Okay, so there was something between you and this person where there was some harm done from your end in the past life, and this life you had to kind of receive the other end of the bargain here. Okay, so yeah, I feel like in the past you could have had to move on from this situation, or at times you could have felt like this person was your soulmate. Now, soulmate doesn't have to be just a love connection. It can be a family member, it could be a friend, whoever it is, right? But we are seeing here that in your past you had to quickly decide to either move on from this situation, or realize that whatever action this person was taking towards you by targeting you, I'm seeing targets here. So either the people around this person were targeting you, or it's like you or this person was targeting you, right? You had to move away from that, because that was justice for you. That was like you fulfilling your lesson and you moving on from here, right? That's something that's coming through for your past energy. So this is who you have been in the past, all right? This is the lesson you have learned in the past by being who you are. So who is pile 2 now? Pile 2, we have Chariot, we have Knight of Wands. Beautiful, oh my goodness. Pile 2, beautiful. Okay, let's see, give me one more, Spirit, for pile 2. Okay, we have this, okay, a lot of cards, but we'll take just one. Yeah, 8 of Cups, beautiful. So pile 2, I feel like since this moment, since you have realized that attaching too much to that person, to that situation, to the point that you had to completely merge in the background to hide yourself, because there were certain secrets that you needed to keep to yourself in any way, shape or form, be it some financial secrets within your family, certain traumatic secrets within your family, certain things that happened with your lover, with your soulmate who you really loved and trusted, whatever it may be. The more you started moving on from that to give justice to yourself, to give that karmic balance to yourself, the more you started realizing your life purpose. It's like you got a gem from your past, or you got several gems with these kind of situations that happened back to back. There was a certain dark karma on you, or there could have been some dark energy as well done in your past life or in this life, where you could have had to go through that as well, with the justice, because maybe you were a dark magician in the past life is also something I'm picking up. Okay, wow, very deep. So in this lifetime, it's like you're learning to move away from that. You're learning the importance on the underworld, the hell, the pits of hell within you, the highest of heavens within you. You're realizing both are within your mind, within yourself, and you coming out of that mindset of feeling as if that you are meant to be in the background, that you are meant to play it small, that you are meant to be a victim of circumstance, or to not find power through that black hole within you. You're moving out from there, and the more you move out, the more you plan this move, the more you travel, the more you meet new people, the more you are slowly getting out of your comfort zone by not hiding yourself so much, but by maybe going out to parties, or walking away from people, places and things that are no longer serving you, especially people who are wanting to constantly move towards you, to play with you, or to play with your energy, and to get healing from you, or to get some kind of a kick out of troubling you or being impatient towards you. The more you're moving out from that, the more you're realizing you're gaining more and more energy to be yourself, to be your complete self, to be your adventurous self, to dance to the rhythm of your own life, to the drum beats of your own life, to the heartbeat of your life. It's like you are realizing that the more you walk away from these people and situations, the more you are gaining more and more momentum and energy towards who it is that you're meant to be. Someone who's adventurous, someone who's traveling, someone who is learning, someone who is gaining wisdom, someone who is learning through multicultural aspects of this world, how the philosophies work, how divination works, how things work in life, and you are exploring yourself in a whole new way, with this energy right now. Okay, so some of you could be planning travel, some of you could be literally planning a trip, adventure, or you want to do more adventures, you want to kind of go to different beaches in the world, you want to collect shells, you want to collect rocks, you want to dance, you want to go to like impromptu parties, you want to experience the primal nature of life in some way, which was taken away from you in the earlier part of your life, or which was something that you could not experience to its fullest initially because of certain things that you had to go through, step by step. Yeah, so you're learning the value of sacrifice now, pile 2. You're learning your life purpose, and your life purpose is to be adventurous, is to be someone who is aligning with the dark and light. Look at these horses, right? The dark horse and the light horse, and the infinity symbol, I told you, the underworld and the heaven. So it's like you are integrating your shadow self into your light self. You are becoming a whole being, and this is a part of your life purpose. So once you integrate this, you teach other people to be their authentic selves, to be their true selves, to not hide in the dark because of what they have been through, to not be a victim, to not be someone who is suffering, but rather thriving in life, someone who is conquering, someone who is adventurous, someone who has the passion to transmute the negativity into light in their life, and whatever is not letting them do that, to walk away from that, to walk away from those people who are constantly nagging at them, or harvesting their energy, or keeping them stuck in a loop or a pattern. Okay, some of you could be spiritual teachers, some of you could be digital nomads, you could be content creators, you could be very adventurous, very thrill seeking, some of you could be into traveling business as well, right? Or some of you could be in the justice field as well, or maybe you're quitting the justice field and you're getting into more of that exploration, more of that travel, more of that experiencing sensory perceptions through different kind of indulgences, and being primal in life is what I'm hearing. Okay, this is beautiful, my loves. This is like next level. Pile 2. All right, so let's see pile 2. Pile 2, what is the advice, spirit, for pile 2? Look at that, by the way. Time to replenish, empty well, right? This is exactly what I was telling you with that black hole. It's like it was very difficult for you to crawl out of this black hole. But the more you started crawling out, the more you discover, now you are at this stage, I'm hearing. Interesting, look at that. So now you're at this stage. You were in the darkness, right? You were in the darkness, okay? You're slowly crawling out of it. And the more you crawl out of it, you are in this phase right now, where you are
filled with passion. You're again wanting to experience your tribal self. You are wanting to unite with your ancestors. You're wanting to, you know, march at the beat of your own drum, you know, and like, you know, do things your own way. And the more you are doing that, the more you're realizing the light within you, the cosmos within you, the universe within you. You are uniting your energies with the cosmic energies, and this is where your ascended masters, your ancestors are waiting for you. It's like they are waiting for you to elevate. They are cheering for you. They are they are rooting for you, pile 2. All right. Wow, this is, I mean, the deepest reading that I think I have experienced in a long time on my channel, right? So let's get one more for the advice, because that was just at the split of the deck. Look at that, stars in the sky. Your ancestors love you, pile 2. I love you too, pile 2. Let me know who you guys are. But for zodiac signs, I'm seeing ego sublimation. Look at that. For zodiac signs, I'm seeing Pisces, Sagittarius, Libra, Leo, Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces. I think I said Pisces also. Yeah. Spirit, what is the advice? What is the advice, Spirit, for pile 2 pertaining to this spread? What is the advice for pile 2 pertaining to the spread? Alright, we have 3 cards for you. Pile 3, you are being gifted, literally, okay? You need it though. So these 2 cards have come out. We have the authentic self. That is exactly what I was explaining. You are becoming more of your authentic self. You are replenishing from the dark pits of your soul. You are taking the gems of wisdom from there and you're crawling out into the heavens, and you don't mind coming down anymore, because now you know the way. Now you know the darkness. Now you have befriended the darkness. You have befriended the demons within you. You have befriended the demons sent towards you through dark magic, whatever it may be. You have befriended them. You are loving on them. You love on them to the point that now you can traverse these 2 dimensions without feeling the need to only ascend into the light and only descend into the dark. No, you can ascend into the dark and descend into the light too sometimes, and you're realizing that, the yin and yang of life. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, oh, we don't have a bottom, literally. We don't have a bottom with you, pile. We don't have a bottom with you, pile 2. Damn, your reading has blown me up. It has blown me up, not gonna lie. Okay, let me read for you this one first. 16. Some of you could be life path number 6, 1, 3, 8. Okay. Three, 1, 1, 3 is also mirrored here. Alright, so let's see. 16, Spirit 16. Alright, here it is. Empty well. So, pile 2. Nothing here. Time to replenish. Diminishing yourself for another. Look at that. That is exactly what I was saying. Okay. So, the empty well reveals that there is nothing for you here. The well is dry and the desert is encroaching on your once fertile garden. It is time to face this harsh reality and move on. Give gratitude and thanks for the abundance you have experienced, and let Spirit guide you to your next destination. This might mean saying goodbye to someone or something, or insisting on changing the rules of the game. Stop diminishing yourself for the sake of another. Making yourself small will not produce the results you want. There is a lack of reciprocity, of give and take. Oh my goodness, everything that I explained is there in this. Okay, wow, pile 2, crazy. Okay, so this is what you have learned in the past. I'm hearing what I'm reading right now. The empty well tells you that it is time to reclaim what is yours and return what does not belong to you. The shadows cast in your direction are not of your making. Damn, they are not of your making, right? You realize this darkness was not of your making, although it is a part of the cosmos. And everyone has to go through some lesson or the other. You had to go through the pits of your hell, is what I'm hearing. And it was not of your making. Someone else made you go through it in a way. okay, but something that you're learning out of this is what is taking you to the next level, pile 3, okay, not looking at yourself as a victim of this. So you do not need to react or respond to them, as they are not real. Simply shine your light upon them and see how it dispels them. These shadows are projections that you are confusing for reality. You may have been offered a shovel to help you dig yourself out of an uncomfortable situation, a bucket to drink from the well. But you cannot dig yourself out of this hole, and remember that there is no water to be found in that well. Receive the empty well as a gift. That is what you realized, pile 2. Do not exert your energy and waste your resources by repairing the walls or mending the rope. Follow the watercourse way, the 𝗃𝗃𝗃 that run deep in the earth, and you will be led to a new spring oasis. You can find these underground streams, these rich natural resources, in the subterranean depths of your own heart. Look at that, pile. Oh my god, that's what you did. That's what you did. You were pushed into a dark hole by someone else, and you mastered that dark hole. Who are you? You are the biggest, baddest bee out there. Like, yeah, pile 2. Damn. Like the big bad wolf for the guys out there, literally, right? Wow, this is crazy, okay? Let me read the 38 then. So 38 is many masks, okay? Yeah, I feel like you can see through the masks of people now. You went so deep into yourself, now there's nothing hidden from you anymore. It's crazy. Now you see all the demons, you see all the, you know, the devils, whatever it may be. You see the temptation, you see what people are putting up, what facades they have on themselves, etc. It's like the light is very clearly visible to you after going into the depths of the mother, I'm hearing. Interesting. Wow. Very deep. Okay. We live in a world where everyone we see wears a mask. We wear these masks to cover up and protect who we really are. We learn to do so because we have been conditioned to try to appear a certain way to fit into society. Masks allow us to belong, so we remain within the confines of what is expected. Masks are not inherently bad, rather they provide context and structure for our personalities and soul's expression. Some of us might believe that a particular mask fixed and hardened onto us is our permanent face. We forget that we are living beings with a multitude of faces, enabling us to experience a fuller, more vibrant world. That is what you're realizing. This is your present energy, pile 2, is where you are realizing that you are multidimensional. Like you have many faces to yourself, that there are many parts to your personality that you had kind of dulled down because of the shadows that you had to experience, because of the darkness that you had to go through. But now that darkness is losing its grip over you because you're glowing too bright. You're burning like hot coal in that darkness, okay? And you need to now be released into the light, okay? And both hold importance. Do not see darkness as something bad, because all is self. And the more you put yourself in that illusion that no, light is good and dark is bad, man, you're going to go on for infinity and learn lessons until you learn that it's the opposite of that, okay? So your authentic essence doesn't want to be constrained by others' expectations anymore. Yes, yes. Pile 2, yes. Yes, you are becoming legendary, meaning that's what it means, right? Now is the time to strip away the mask you have accepted and discover who you really are. A new self is emerging, and your perception changes as you adopt new ways of being, okay? Right now, it's really important to allow yourself to experiment, to experience the world. I was telling you, you are experiencing world in a different way, all right? Right now, it's really important to allow yourself to experiment, to experience world in all its myriad potentials and possibilities. Try on different masks and let yourself be fluid and curious. How will you know what you love and what you resonate with if you don't take off the mask you have always worn and test drive some new ones? Your authentic essence will never change. It will only express itself differently through these optional selves. Through trial and error, you discover more and more about who you want to become. What would it feel like to explore this side of you? Anything is possible if you are willing to open up to your potential. You truly can move beyond the barriers that society has set. Use your imagination and step into the magic. Ooh la la. Yeah, and I feel like maybe there are some people who are appearing in your dreams, you know, masking themselves as other people and things like that to kind of, you know, again, take your light or take your darkness, whatever they want, because you're magical, pile 2. So these people keep wanting to throw some dark energy your way, and spirit is saying that the more they do that, the more these dark energies or demons, whatever it is, they are becoming a mask of your personality in a way, to express yourself. You know, it's like the Divine Mother is gifting you that ability to shapeshift into these entities, to experience life to its fullest, and not to look at them as bad or demonic or dark. No, that's an illusion that you are here to break, alright? And you're realizing that, and somewhere these entities who are doing that, these human beings who are trying to hold you back, they are going to lose, okay, with the refusal to the call. These people are not learning their lessons, and they're going to learn it in a harsh way, is what I'm hearing, okay? Wow, now they have to go through this, I'm hearing. Oh my goodness, that is scary, isn't it, Pile 2? Let me know in the comments down below, isn't it scary? For these people who wanted you stuck there, you mastered that, like, you're the king and queen of that, I'm hearing. Persephone, you need to read about her, alright? So Pile 2, thank you so much for tuning in, my loves. I'm so glad to do this reading for you. I'm honored, truly. And if you would like to book a personal reading, check out the Etsy link or the Linktree link. If you're from India, you can check out the Linktree, and if you're an international client, you can check out the Etsy link, alright? If you would like to donate to this channel, my PayPal is given in the description box and pinned comment, along with my Amazon wish list for India as well as USA. So if you're from either of those countries, you can gift me tarot decks and oracle decks for my channel, alright, my loves? So thank you so much, Pile 2, and peace. Alright, so for my Pile 3, for those of you who chose Pile 3, let's see. Ooh, what am I doing? Hold on. Oops. Okay, this has meaning for some reason, okay, because I kind of shuffled it in a very wrong way. Okay, so I'll just separate it so that it doesn't get jumbled up, but yeah, I was shuffling it all upside down. So what that is telling me about you, Pile 3, is that in the past you were extremely scattered, or that yeah, your past self was in war with yourself, in war with others were at war with you. There could have been a lot of jealousy, a lot of greed, a lot of competition that you could have experienced in the past, okay? There were either 5 different people who were jealous of you, it could be friends, it could be your co-workers, it could be people within your family, it could be your own lovers, for God's sake. Like, people who you loved could have been really jealous of who you are or what you are. Yeah, I'm speaking the truth with the Ace of Swords, and I feel like you were a very honest person. Wow, okay, so Pile 3, I feel like you were a very honest person, and that made these people jealous of you. Why? These people were like triggered, I'm hearing, triggered with your honesty. Yeah, very interesting. Pile 3, tell me about Pile 3's past self, Spirit. I'm not taking 7 of Pentacles, I'll take the 8 of Cups, okay? Tell me more, Spirit, about the past self of Pile 3. Wow, look at that, 5 of Wands, exactly. That is the energy I was picking up with this card itself, with the 5 of Wands, okay? But this looks so beautiful, right? It looks like a flower, you know? The flower of conflict, I'm hearing. So, yeah. Although I feel like Pile 3, you are a person who believed in basically healthy competition, or competition which leads to you know, this healthy way of developing, this healthy way of you know, moving up, but I feel like the others were just competing with you for no reason, or wanting to see you down, fall down, or wanting you to lose, you know. Yeah, so who were you though in your past self? I feel like you could have been this person who also liked conflict once upon a time, and maybe at times you used to walk away from that conflict, but then you got drawn into the conflicts again. Then you went back out of it to get some peace, to get some air, you know, to breathe, then going underwater and into that conflict again. Like, that's what I'm hearing, literally, okay? Like, you were being drowned into conflict, or you drowned yourself into conflict in some way. It's like you were constantly attracting people who were jealous of you, who were triggered by you, or who saw you as bad news or conflict, or wanted to like create some kind of gossip around you, or talking bad about you, or you talking or gossiping bad about others. So you used to do that, then walk away, or you used to create conflict, then walk away from it as if you did nothing, or like you were unfazed by it. Something like that is coming through. All right, I'm a very honest reader, pile 3, so if you get triggered and things like that, yes, my loves, this is not the channel for you, very, very clearly. All right, but if you want to know the truth, then yeah, this is where it's at. All right, so okay, so who were you in your past? That is the 8 of Cups and 5 of Wands. Let's see the future as well. So not future, sorry, who have you become now, pile 3, right? Who has pile 3 become now, Spirit? Who has pile 3 become now? Even I'm very intrigued to know. And the card also fell. Like, it seems like pile 3 is pissed off at me or something. The card literally fell down. Who has pile 3 become now? And the cards literally just fell flat on the floor. Okay. Very interesting, pile 3. Let's see. See? Okay. Let's take all of that. So we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, we have 8 of Swords, we have 4 of Pence, and we have 2 of Wands. Okay. Pile 3. At the bottom of the deck we have Queen of Swords, which will keep right in the middle here. Okay. Or I'll keep it here. Alright. So pile 3, what I'm seeing is that initially either you became a victim of some kind of conflict, or you yourself always tried to walk away from conflict, but people brought conflict towards you, or you became the center stage of that conflict and you were blamed for everything, even though you constantly wanted to walk away from situations, from these people. They constantly kept bringing you back into conflict. Or this could have been you who caused the conflict and then walked away and expected people to pick up the pieces from whatever conflict you caused in the past. All right. Now, with that energy of, learning and understanding from so many, irritable situations and situations where people got angry, where people got restless, you got restless, you got angry, there could have been a lot of anger in your energy in the past. I feel like because of that, now your energy is shifting, okay? But the shift that is occurring is that now you have become very, very conscious of who you allow in your life, who you cut out of your life. You're very, very cold, you're very brutal, you're very honest, you don't like to run around the bush in terms of getting straight to the point. You don't like drama, you don't like gossip, you hold things back about your life. You don't feel the necessity to open up to everyone and share everything about your life under the sun. And no, you in fact you want to receive the truth. So it's like you want people to be able to open up to you and speak the truth, and you to observe whether that is something that you will allow in your life or something that is a lie, and you see through it and you want to kick them out of your life. All right, so that is the level of empowerment that has come into you since the past, when maybe you were into those energies, or those energies were so attracted to you that it taught you how to be more discerning. It taught you how to be more focused on what the person is doing, what actions they are taking, rather than only what words they are speaking, is what I'm hearing. Okay, because you see through the words very easily now, you see through the lies very easily now, you see through gossip, you see through how people are trying to trap you by getting you in these positions. Now this could be in your love life, where there was jealousy that was created in your love life, competition that was created in your love life, that made you extremely triggered. Some of you could have been married to someone who created this energy where they had multiple partners in their life, so that you could be jealous, you could be triggered. All right, some of you could have dealt with this in your workplace, in your family, right, where people were just riling up against you because somewhere it's like you were a truth speaker, or you spoke the truth always, and this is what made everyone else like wanting to cause conflict in your life, so that you could be proven the one who's creating the conflict even though you're not. So it made you extremely discerning. I feel like it made you see where where certain misfortune was happening, why it was happening, and currently you could be getting out of this period where you felt like you were unlucky or that things never moved in your favor. You constantly felt trapped in your own thoughts about how unfortunate you are, or a certain negative mindset or negative patterns about your own life. You're releasing that. You are kind of getting more grounded, more stable in your energy, realizing that you have much more to look forward to than to be stuck in the past and kind of overthink and overthink into oblivion, basically, is what I'm hearing. Okay, pile 3, very, very interesting. So pile 3, please clarify this 8 of Cups and 5 of Wands for pile 3 spirit. Please clarify this 8 of Wands and 8 of Cups. Interesting, I said 5 of Wands. We have the Page of Cups. We have the sorry, again I said it wrong. Page of Wands and 10 of Wands. All right. And let me get one for 5 of Wands as well. Yeah, it's like the burden of truth came upon you, or the burden of speaking the truth was always you were, it's like there were multiple tower moments that were happening, multiple downfalls of foundations that were made, which was not really serving you or serving the other person. It was just creating more hatred towards each other, more conflict with each other, and it could have been due to, if you were married to someone, it could have been due to their family, due to your mother-in-law, etc., or father-in-law, whatever it may be, right? Or it could be in your business, like the foundation of that business was faulty in itself, where it looked good on the outside, but internally there was a lot of war, like mental manipulation, and like wanting to one up each other, wanting to like kind of step on each other's toes to get to the top, and I think you are learning to walk away from that, even though temporarily it could make you dissatisfied, it could make you feel that you're not doing well for yourself. There's something that is creatively birthing from within you to be able to start something new. There's an idea that you have thought of that now you're planning to implement in your future, and you have saved some money for this as well, is what I'm hearing, and you are releasing any kind of baggage or overthinking relating to the past that you have had to go through, where all the burdens were on top of you, all the work was shoved upon you, and your creativity went through this whole phase of like complete it declined. Your creativity declined due to the pressures of the work or pressures of this relationship. It's like your own sense of individuality and your own sense of fun, excitement, joy, passion, it was diminishing in this connection or in this relationship or in this business, whatever it was. Okay, and you're realizing that if you want something good for yourself, and if you know that you deserve something good for yourself, that you need to stop looking at yourself as a victim, or stop looking at yourself as someone who's cursed or or is filled with misfortune, and you're growing out of that. Yeah, with the Lover's card, you are choosing differently this time with this new energy. All right, so you're taking a risk on yourself. You are learning to be brave for yourself. So this conflict, creating conflict or being a part of the conflict or becoming the culprit, is teaching you courage to take a risk on yourself, to go all in on yourself, is what I'm hearing. Wow, we have 4 of Cups. Yeah, you're getting out of that period of boredom, that period of dissatisfaction, depression. Yeah, you're speeding out ahead from there. You're speeding away from this indecision towards yourself. Keeping yourself stuck in positions where it's like you are feeling trapped, or you're feeling like indecisive about what to do about your life. You're getting out from there. It's like you don't want to deal with that anymore. And that's what you're realizing. The current self that you have become now is the person who is literally realizing that if they don't take a chance upon themselves, or if you don't take a chance on yourself, then what did you even do with life? Because everyone else is doing that for themselves. Every boss in the world is taking a chance on themselves, and that's why they have that stability. That is why they are able to make it. And somewhere it's like you're stepping into that masculine energy, is what I'm hearing, even though you're a female, right? You're stepping into that energy where you are transmuting. You're taking all that conflict, you're taking all that blame, all that neglect, all that depression, and you're turning it into your own passion. You're fueling your new projects with that anger, with that neglect that you faced within that dynamic. that you were dealing with in the past, which you had to learn to walk away from. It was very difficult, it was tough for you to walk away, but it is something you had to burn in the past to walk away from, and that also created a lot of conflict, I'm hearing. Like, it was not easy to get away from that, or it is like it still keeps coming back to haunt you, to make you feel as if you are the wrong person, or that, you know, these people could have been extremely toxic towards you, or at times you also was stuck in that because maybe you also were kind of giving fuel to the fire in some way, all right? And there was some anger in you that needed healing. So that anger is now being channeled into this new person that you're becoming. This is beautiful. This is beautiful, lovers. So there could be a new love connection that is also on the horizon for you guys, pile 3. All right, due to this choice that you're making. And the choice that you're making is reconciling one part of you which was in love with conflict, or was filled with anger towards these people, whatever it may be, and transmuting that into, you know, the other choice, which is to level up, which is to give yourself that, you know, that step up, that pep up, to be a leader, to be this, you know, courageous person, to be this brave, to have the strength, you know, to kind of roll the dice on yourself and go all in on yourself, is what I'm hearing. Wow. Wow, these piles have been so exciting, interesting, intriguing. I love this reading. I might do it again, truly. Like, I might do it again for sure. Okay, let me know if you guys enjoyed this though, in the comments down below. Also, let each other know that we have been through this. Talk to each other in the comments. I really appreciate it when you guys share your story with me, all right? Because that helps me know that, you know, I'm on the right track, I'm on the right path, you know, I'm helping you, my intuition is connecting with you guys, because sometimes I have felt like it hasn't been, you know, and so I want that confirmation from you guys that yes, you know, you are right on the money, my love, all right? So share that love, my loves. All right, so let's see, what is the advice then for pile 3? By the way, the zodiac signs could be Leo. Very strongly Leo is there in your spread, but we have Pisces, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, we have Taurus, Virgo as well, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, we have Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all right, and we have Cancer, Scorpio as well. What is the advice for pile 3 then, pertaining to the spread? What is the advice? What is the advice, Spirit, for pile 3? Ooh, we have the root girl, the disowned self. Yes, look at the anger, my loves, in the root. Look at the redness in the card. Look at the, yeah, that is the anger energy that you are transmuting now. You are kind of accepting the disowned self because of these people who kind of made you disown yourself. You are now reclaiming that aspect of yourself that you felt like you had to disown. Even if that takes you away from these people, or you have to bear certain losses, it's like you're going all in on yourself now. You know, you're learning to own parts of yourself that were disowned due to these people. You know, you're reclaiming yourself. So 46, some of you could be 46, your life path number could be 4 or 6. All right, let's see. 46. Yeah, root girl. The disowned self, hidden beauty, the need for acceptance and love. Root girl sits shivering, unclean and naked at the base of the tree of the self. She is unloved, unwanted, and shunned for her deformities. She has no home, but is safe burrowing underground to dwell near the deepest roots of this sacred tree. Who is she to you? Could this urchin be the one part of you that, reintegrated, can lead you to wholeness and true purpose? This is a part of you, the embodiment of a deeply flawed perception of your failures, manifesting as guilt and shame. When you project envy onto others, or any emotion or instinct that you have learned to repress or deem unnatural, it's this homeless child self crying for attention, acceptance and love. You want to lash out, ignore it, push it aside, all the while refusing to acknowledge this ugly quality as belonging to you. Right? So it is scary to look at your own ugly parts, pile 3. This is why I was telling you initially also that there's certain truth that I need to speak, and I'm an honest reader, you know, and then this card comes out, and literally I'm not reading, you know, I'm not daydreaming this card, I'm literally reading from the book, and that is explaining exactly what I've been explaining, right, initially. So yeah, you want to lash out, ignore it, push it aside, and all while refusing to acknowledge this ugly quality as belonging to you. But if you would only look into the rude girl's eyes and see the beauty and unmet need, your unmet need, you would realize that this part of you asks for your compassion and understanding. This part of you was born when you were wounded and were conditioned to believe you are not whole, that your expression of self is somehow too much or too little. You may have even inherited this creature from your ancestors. However, it was this child self came to be curled up at the roots of your sacred tree self. It's time to welcome her into your heart. When you do, everything you have been searching for becomes illuminated, and your path lights up with renewed purpose. When you come to love Rude Girl and claim her as your own, accepting her and your humanity, she's transformed, and just as you are. Then all manner of magic begins to arrive in abundant form. So look for the beauty, right? So if you're experiencing certain bad luck, you feel like you're cursed, or people have kind of, you know, disowned you, made you feel disowned in some way, shape or form, and that has angered you or triggered you into anger, Spirit is asking you to change how you look at this rude girl, to change how you look at yourself and this disowned part of yourself that others could not accept because either you were too much or too little for them, right? Because your life is not meant for them, your life is meant for you, and that is something you're realizing in this next chapter of your life, is to own all parts of yourself that was disowned by these people who wanted conflict, who wanted argument. At times you wanted to lash out, you wanted arguments. Why? Because you disowned this part of yourself, this child self that went through all this trauma and was suppressed and was not allowed to unleash or release their anger in the right way. You know, not lashing out at others, but to transmute it. And I think that's what you're learning, and Spirit is advising you to, you know, giving you some guidance on this path, on this new path that you're entering, where you don't feel cursed, where you don't feel like you're overthinking unnecessarily, where you are trapping yourself because you have little money, or you feel that, you know, you are a victim of circumstance in any way, shape or form, you know, that you empower yourself with making decisions for yourself that are good for you from this conflict, extracting the wisdom and gems from this flower of conflict and letting it bloom in your life beautifully. Because anger is never wrong, okay? No, none of the emotions are wrong. It's we who suppress, who repress, and then expect the world to be good to us when we are not good to ourselves, you know. And Spirit is asking you to look at that. Where are you doing that? And to release that tension that has built within you towards people, situations and things like that. All right, some of you could be life path number 4 or 6. I think I already mentioned that, my love. So yeah, pile 3, this is what I have for you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out the description box below. Also, if you would like to donate to this channel, the PayPal link is also given below in the pinned comment as well as the description box. And if you would like to donate from my Amazon wish list for USA as well as India, both those wish lists are given in my Linktree link on the pinned comment as well as in the description box, my loves. Alright, so thank you so much, pile 3. Please do let me know how you felt about this reading. I hope that I did not unnecessarily ruffle your feathers, but honestly my channel is all about that, so that you can then transmute and be the hero or heroine of your life. So this is why I'm here. Alright, so thank you so much, pile 3, and peace.